and welcome back also if you never went away. And I'm going to read the final message from July, and this is a communication from Thursday the 28th of July 2022, and as always I'll get to it. You see, and this must be said now, and we say this here in great reverence to your points. You see, many a spiritual doctrine that does so say, you must wake up, but first of all you must heal and decipher and place here, but wait, not there. All these are really getting you entangled within a place of fear. And this may seem contradictory in a sense to your points now. But you see, what has to be seen is this replacement of fear that may indeed look, and we say this kindly here, intellectually of the path of so-called enlightenment. But you see, mostly you do not want to be enlightened, for you fear the decentralization and almost safety, if you will, of being it. You can move from making life work to not saying, I'm just this little point, and neither would be false, only limiting. You can give up your position and say here, do what you will. But you see, the whole point is that you are one. That is a point, you see. It is in the relational value too. It had always been so. Okay, here, what Abe starts off by saying, of course, in this message, Abe refers several times to us human beings as points. And they do that sometimes, well, quite often, because we are points of consciousness. Consciousness, the greater consciousness has come in to this physical body-mind. And so we're a point of consciousness. We are a point of the expanded consciousness. So sometimes, instead of calling us human beings or individuals or people, Abe refers to us as points. Of course, from their perspective, all they perceive, from what I understand from their messages, they perceive everything as points of consciousness. So if they are, Abe is the collective unified field of consciousness, as they say. So they're not dealing with, human beings running around, but they're dealing with, the experiences of different points of consciousness. So they say this in reverence to our experience as points of consciousness. Many spiritual doctrines say you must wake up and you must first of all heal or place yourselves here. But wait, don't do that, not here, not there. And Abe saying, wait, that's just getting you entangled up. And not only entangled, but in a place of fear. Fear of like, are we doing it right? Am I getting enlightened in the right way? Am I in the right place to receive enlightenment? All this creates fear. And this is contradictory to our points of place because we are point of consciousness. And this fear, it often comes because we are seeing everything, especially the path of enlightenment, intellectually. We're seeing it as a program, as a course, a course of enlightenment. I'm sure there's many courses of enlightenment online that you can pay and be a customer to. But what Abe is saying, that's just, that's missing the point. And so often we kind of don't want to be enlightened because something within us is fearing it. And we start having these notions of, I'm just a little point, I'm just little me. And Abe says, well, in one sense you are just a point, but that's also a limiting way of seeing it. You are a point, but a point within a flow and allowance of much greater consciousness. So the whole, the whole point is that you are one, and that is a point. The whole point is that you are a point of consciousness, but a point of consciousness that has access and the ability to receive so much more consciousness. because it's in the relational value, how we relate to the greater consciousness. So it's kind of Abe is in this communication is saying, step back from all this intellectualization of the so-called spiritual path and all these entanglements of what you have to do to get enlightened, because you're not perceiving correctly in this manner, and because we're already a point of consciousness that has the capacity to perceive much more and to shift into this expanded consciousness. But if we're scurrying around trying to find the right and wrongs of enlightenment, then we may be taken away from the whole point of who we are. Okay, so that's the final message of July 2022, 28th of July, and the next message will move to August. Okay, until next time. Cheers.